What's up, guys? This is like the start of the build, I guess. I mean, I've already kind of started on it. Um, for those who don't know, this is it's a 2020. Let me see if I back up, get this in frame. It's a 2020 Z01 1LE, okay, and Summit White. And right now, I have the stock blower off, and I am currently putting a 2650 on it. Yes, I will clean the bottom of the ports down there. It's kind of sitting on a little dusty chair. I make sure I clean it before I put it on there. I know, don't comment any bullshit, but just wanted to update you guys on a couple things. It's pretty self-explanatory in the instruction manual, so I'll just kind of give you a rundown. You disconnect the MAP sensor, you take the intake tube off, the filter, you take it off the throttle body, and then chuck that shit because might as well because if you're anything like me, if you don't have the big gulp, just if you got the standard one, throw it away or sell it and get yourself the big gulp. Okay, might as well if you're already going to spend the money. Two, basically connect or disconnect the evap solenoid, the throttle body sensor, the map sensor, obviously. Oh, do not do what I did. So here's these valve covers, or not. I shouldn't say valve covers. Those are the valve covers. Plastic, like coil pack cover thing, whatever. Okay. They're sitting right here, and there's a vacuum hose that snaps onto there, and I decided not to read the instructions and just jump ahead and should have just paid attention to it. Which, by the way, before I even start, I did have this covered. Matter of fact, I might as well just cover it back up because I already know somebody's going to comment and be like, "Oh my God, you didn't have it covered up. How dare you?" You know. All right, let me set you guys down here. All right. Don't want anything getting in there. There we go. Okay, that's better. So after I did that, you take the lid off of the blower. You basically snap up the plastic like snap things that are kind of like snapped onto the top of the bolts, and then you'll loosen up what is it? A nut. Sorry, I can't even think right now. Yeah, loosen those up. Loosen up all the bolts around the lid. Take the lid off. Set it aside. You go in. You disconnect or not disconnect. You unbolt the 10 bolts, and then there. I can't really show you because it's not here, but it kind of looks like this thing right here. Well, no, it's not that. Never mind. It's a bypass solenoid, and it sits like right around here. If you're swapping over to a 2650, just snap those little fucking vacuum lines off. You don't need them, okay? They plug into here, all right? Right there. And then they plug into the blower. Just break them off. You don't need them. Now, however, if you're taking the blower off to send it out to go get ported, be careful, okay? Don't snap those off. I mean, not that they're expensive or anything, but, you're already throwing enough money into your car as it is. Dollars adds up after small amount, or not small amount of time, after little stuff like that, okay? So be careful on that. Basically, then, you unplug the bypass solenoid. Be careful with the air, the vacuum hose, or not hose, but vacuum lines. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I miss anything. That's about it. I mean, you got to disconnect this big thing, this big connector. Forget what it is. And let's see, another connector right there. But that's it. So you got your evap, throttle body, MAF, and then whatever the fuck those two things are. Okay. It already has headers on it. It came with headers from like when it got into my possession. So, and then the standard rotofab, and then the 2.3 upper pulley on the stock blower. But now we're swapping over to 2650 and big gulp. It's not too bad of an install, guys, as long as you follow along with the instructions. They're very color coordinated. They're very detailed. It's very hard to mess up, okay? So, let's see. Make sure that this right here, wiring harness, make sure it's underneath the blower, because I had the blower on there, and then like this was going over the top of the snout, and I was like, oh, it's got to be under, so then I had to unbolt it off. Come to find out, I had to take it off anyways, to take off the provided snout that they gave me, because that one fits a stock throttle body. This one right here fits my K-Tech 103. Also, another thing is the upper pulley right there. Okay, so in the kit, I'll show you guys if I can find it. I think it's still in the box. It should be. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. So in the kit, they gave you this thing right here. You know, it's just basic metal. Okay. To me, I wouldn't use that. Would not use that. Instead, use something like this. So this is from Grip Tech. Obviously, it has different material on it for the belt to grip onto a lot harder. The belt that they provide you is supposed to fit like the stock lower, like the stock lower pulley, and that 90 millimeter pulley. However, I got an 85, so I think I can just get away by using the belt that they provide. I'll just tighten it down. If not, I'll just talk to the shop to see what actual belt size I need. There's that. What else? Oh, so I had an expansion tank right here, which, by the way, if anybody's interested, it's the Quartz Performance one. I'm just selling the tank, and here's one of the hoses for it. That went to the stock blower, but however, this hose right here goes to that. So I'm just going to put that back over there because I ran out of room up there. These are the two connectors that go to it. And here's the other connector that goes onto that. So if you guys want it, let me know. Yeah. So, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I lied. Here's the hose. Here's the hose that actually connected to it. That was the connector that would plug. It plugged into the stock blower right here. So the heat exchanger hose right here plugged into the stock blower. That also plugged into the stock blower. That would go, I want to say, to the top of the Quartz Performance. I don't know. I didn't install it. It came on the car when I got it. But I want to say it went to the top nipple. And then that one right there went to the bottom one, which this one right here goes down to the pump, the coolant pump right there. So yeah. But if anybody wants it, you'll have the hoses needed, because what I have to do is in the kit, I have to, I want to say cut right here, connect the hose that's provided in the kit, and then connect it onto there. So I don't know. We'll get to that part when it gets there. I was waiting on this thing. This is the 103 inlet for the 2650. Again, that one's for the stock throttle body. That's a made to order part. So don't be like nervous or anything if you're sitting there in your living room waiting for 4 to 5 weeks for that thing to show up to your doorstep. Same thing for that upper pulley. It's a made to order part as well. Although that pulley took a little bit shorter of a time than that thing did. So, see, I'm trying to think of what else. I do highly recommend to go with aftermarket valve covers because these were a pain in the dick to do. So, if you look very carefully, you had to shave these down, okay, as flush like as you can. They're still kind of like questionably close. However, I have bolted the blower down to the heads to see if they clear, and they clear like ever so slightly. So there's a nice seal around them and everything. So yeah, those work. Trying to think of what else I had an issue with. These are the relocation brackets too. So if you go with the stock valve covers, these are the relocation brackets for the coil packs that they provide you right here. So the coil packs, so like this one, this like bolt right here, or it would be a bolt, right, would actually go into here. And then this top one would have mounted where we had cut right here. I used to be where it mounted at. So, but now they've relocated, whatever. The driver's side's not bad at all. However, if you got fat fingers and fat hands like me, it's a little inconvenient. But over here on the passenger side, it's it's a doozy. Let me tell you. Let's see what else. After that, I mean, as I was waiting on that inlet, I just started buttoning stuff up. I skipped ahead on a few pages and button everything up. So, not too entirely what this hose is. It will tell me in the instructions. But basically, this hose right here connects to this barb on top of there. Okay. The brake booster hose right here, provided in a kit. You take the old one off, which is this thing right here. You take the old one off completely. They give you another one. Connect it. Then that thing connects to that thing. So, that barb. So, yep. Then you got your evap. It's stuck. There we go. Okay, cover that back up. Okay. You got your evap airline. You got this goes into your intake tube, right? So it'll sit like kind of like that. And that's about it, honestly. So this thing right here, try not to, gotta maneuver things around here. So this will sit, once the blower's on, it will sit kind of like that right there. And then this will go back and connect to that connection back there. I'm just going to set this right there for now. This will sit on the bottom of the blower like that. Don't. So I made a mistake. You were supposed to cut that like this. This part right here was supposed to look like this, like how it bends. But I cut that part off. I should have started cutting down here. I forget how much in the instructions it told me to cut off. But it shouldn't be really much of an issue because, see if I can prop you guys up here. So, let's see. So this, I don't know if I can get it in screen, but that Y fitting will go into the hose of the heat exchanger. Okay, it will connect in there. And then these things will basically sit like that. I don't know if it's in the screen properly or not, but it'll just sit like that. So if I can't get it to fit right, I'll just go out to like a hardware store of some kind and get some new hose and makeshift it. Just get the same size and call it a day. I still got to put the clamps on them. I was just mocking things up just to get a head start on everything. Let's see. Oh, the flex fuel kit. So I emailed the shop that I'm going to go with, and I asked them. I said, "Hey, like in the kit, the fuel supply line, well, the fuel line that they supply in the kit, I should say, is only enough to reach the. So like here's the fuel line right here. I was like, hey, like it's only long enough to meet the fuel supply line. How am I supposed to connect the flex fuel sensor? And they're like, oh, it connects the same way as it does with the stock one. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh, my flash just died. That's great. But anyways, see if I can show you guys here. So I got it to connect finally. See if I can turn on a light. Got it to connect right there. So there's the fuel line, right? That connects to the high pressure fuel pump underneath the rag I got. Connects right there. I'm gonna take that, push it up, and then zip tie it to this brace right here. Same thing with that. Just zip tie that elbow to that brace. Call it a day. Yeah. So glad I got that figured out. Cause I was like, what in the hell? What am I gonna do? Put this over here. Let's see. What else can I talk about? Let me see. We'll keep that up there. Just in case I need it. Same thing what goes with thermostat. Keep that up there. And then put this up there for now. Okay. So here's the coolers for the 2650. I'm going to show you guys something. So when I was mocking the blower up, I wanted to see if it would fit after shaving down those the valve cover things I showed you guys earlier. So here, let me set you guys down and take this lid off. All right, so real quick before my phone dies. When you go to bolt this onto the heads, okay. First of all, you got to do it in a torque sequence, okay. Second of all, these holes right here. So that one all the way back there. You cannot get a socket wrench back up in there at all. So you have to buy, these are little 8mm bolts, okay? So you're going to have to get a little specialty tool like this to crank them down. Now they have to be 106 inch-pounds. So, but for those in the back and even on that one, just try to torque it down as tight as you can. There's not really I don't know how else to put it. I do have a specialty tool somewhere. Oh, here it is. I got this as well. So just to give it more oomph, you know. So, but other than that, it really ain't too bad. Oh, also, if you decide to go with a bigger snout, excuse me, I made the mistake of putting the blower on there first, and I'm like, oh fuck, I still got another snout. I got a bigger snout coming. So I went to go take these two bolts out, and then when I went to go do the bottom ones, I couldn't even get them. So I had to take the blower off anyways. And then I had to wait 5 weeks to put it back on there until I had the bigger snout. So that was a pain. Now I ran into the issue of it said, oh, you can reuse your stock throttle body bolts, but since I got a 103, I only use the stock throttle body bolts for the top two. But on the bottom, as you can, oh shit, I dropped you guys. As you can see, there's like a washer flange on the side, and it won't go up in the holes, basically. It won't. So I have to get like those hex heads, or like those like Allen key ones, and they're like a little smaller. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, if anybody needs a 90mm snout, let me know. I'll let it go for cheap too. That way I ain't got stuff laying around here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not doing a lower pulley yet. Still technically bolt-ons. Doesn't have a cam. Doesn't have heads. It doesn't have anything done to the heads either. Yeah. All it is now is button everything up. Oh, I have to wait to put the blower on now because I am getting a Mighty Mouse. So I have to, because if I put the blower on now, I won't be able to get to this thing right here. Basically, I have to take that out, put the one that Mighty Mouse provides in. On that, there's like a little hole on the plug. The one that Mighty Mouse provides doesn't have a hole. So this one puts oil all up in the blower and all around different parts of the engine or whatever, and but it mainly just goes to the blower. Plus, with me making more power now, I'm going to run into the issue of like borrowed time of rear main seals and front main seals and all that jazz. So we're just trying to play it safe here, because when you spend this kind of money, like I'm already like sub 10K into this already. Like after I'm done, I'm probably spending like 11, 12 probably with like tune, and I am going to have them install the flex fuel kit. I've already installed it. I'm just going to have them install the harness. I don't feel comfortable doing that, especially tapping in the ECU shit. So I tried to disconnect the coil packs, but then it's like, oh, you push up on the red tab and then it just comes out, and I'm sitting here doing it and I'm messing with it, and I just, it ain't working out. And it's like rage baiting me, so I ain't even going to mess with it. I'm going to let them mess with it. They did it more than I have. So, let's see. Anything else? No, that's about it. That's about it, guys. Yeah, like I said, it's not really too bad of an install, as long as you just follow the instructions and, do what they tell you. It's pretty straightforward. So, well, I hope you guys like this. Next time there's a video up, the blower will be on and the car will probably be tuned. I'll probably do a vlog of going and picking up. I'm going to rent out a trailer, either that or buy one. But get a trailer. I'll probably just make a vlog of going to get the trailer, bringing it back, loading the car on, taking it up to Big 3 Racing. So can't wait. Cannot wait. I don't have an appointment with them yet. I emailed them today asking them if they have any openings coming up, because I should have this done within the next couple weeks or so. So it's tax season right now too, so waiting on those to hit. So yeah. Let's see. That's about it. So let me know what you guys think. Any questions, leave them down in the comments. Try to answer them the best way I can. And you guys have a good day.